Casey and Stephanie with Cooking Times 2. Tonight we're going to do an old favorite, and we used to have it on, well, I won't say what night, I'll see if Steph remembers, but it's Tuna Casserole. Do you remember what night we used to eat that?
Wednesday nights.
Yeah. Why did we do Wednesdays?
Well, we always had Awana to go to, and it was easy for Mom to whip that up, stick it in the oven, and pull it out, and not have to clean up a whole lot of dishes. And cooking on the stovetop always takes more time because you have to stand there.
Yep.
So, yeah, we had tuna casserole a lot on Wednesday nights. And also, we wanted to make this for our friend Anya, who is also from the Midwest. She's from Minnesota, and she wanted our tuna casserole recipe. So, Anya, here it is.
Here it is. Okay, mine's basically what my mom made, plus a couple things. Mom always used green bell peppers. I decided to use the multicolored sweet because, number one, I had them. But number two, Bill likes these and he'll eat these. He doesn't really care for green bell. And I add fresh mushrooms to it because it does call for mushroom soup, so it just kind of blends right in there. When you clean a mushroom, don't forget, just pull that bottom stem out and then wash them lightly and get the little bit of dirt that's on them off. Like right here, there's a little bit of dirt there, so you just want to get that off. And then we use half of a small onion. This is a medium. The one I cut up earlier was half of a small. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move over to the stove.
Okay.
And get ready to do our cooking. And I forgot to lay my pan out.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. What we do first is I get this thing turned on pretty high. And now this, I am sensitive to milk, but I'm not allergic to milk. So I am going to use some cheese and some milk products in this. The first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to put some ghee, which is for those people who are casein sensitive or lactose intolerant or whatever. Ghee is a really good substitute for butter or oil. When the ghee's good and hot, go ahead and we're going to throw in our onions. Can you get a good picture of this, Steph? Yeah. And that's half of a small onion. And I'm going to throw in my peppers. These are the multicolored. And you know, guys, if you have kids that don't really like veggies, just cut them up really small. I'm not even going to put all those in there because Bill doesn't love peppers.
Cut them up really small. It's really hard for him to pick them out.
Yeah.
They just kind of give up and decide they're going to eat them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Which is good. So we're going to saute in the ghee, the onions and the peppers. And, you know, this is going to actually go into a casserole dish, so it doesn't have to cook all the way. It's just enough to get a little flavor going and, you know, the vegetables to not be crunchy.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn my oven on 350 right now because we'll need that pretty soon. Okay, so these have been sauteing a little bit. Now I'm going to throw in my portobello mushrooms. You can also use canned mushrooms. Just drain the juice off of it, the water, because you don't want it to be runny. So can you see in here what's going on?
Yep.
Okay, it's getting going pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that heat down a little bit. I turned it down after it gets going to about number 4 on my stove. I'm going to turn my vent on.
Oh, it's starting to smell like Wednesday night in here.
Yeah, it is. It's starting to smell good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. After those get a little bit crispy, I take 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. I usually buy the low fat, by the way, but I didn't have it today. So I'm just using this. And you just start spooning it in there. And I put the whole thing in. You do not want a dry pasta dish.
No, and that makes your sauce so much more creamy.
Yeah. And I also take a little bit of sour cream. Now this is something my mom usually doesn't do, but I do just because I actually like sour cream a lot. So I just go ahead and I put a dollop of sour cream in there. And I'm going to stir that up and I'm going to add my milk.
You got some stuck on the side of it.
Oh, I do. Messy. Yeah. That's okay. So,
there you go.
See how it's starting to look?
Yeah.
You just add a cup of milk. It can be any kind of milk. I used 1% because that's usually what I drink.
Okay, so what kind of cheese are we going to put in here today?
Well, I had 2 kinds in there. I had a sharp cheddar and then I had a Colby Jack.
Okay.
So I'm going to put half of that in here now. And then I'm going to top the casserole with it when I'm done.
Okay, so that's probably about a half a cup there of shredded cheddar and Colby Jack.
Half a cup, then 2 cans of drained tuna.
Okay.
And I usually use albacore. Didn't have it today, so I'm using what I had. And what I do is after that's blended up, I kind of just let it simmer a little bit. So we'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes because I'm going to let this simmer and then it'll look a little bit better and I'll show you what else we're going to do. It's been simmering for a little bit. I'm now going to add some pepper. It always helps to take the lid off of that pepper.
Yeah. You ground that pepper in that lid.
It's like, what's the pepper doing?
You got some
salt. A little bit of salt,
okay.
but not a whole lot.
All right.
Okay, so this sauce is ready. You know what I do is I try to eye up how much sauce I have to how many noodles I have. I just want to fill this up. So I think I'm good. I think I've got enough. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my topping. And again, once again, this is how I do my...
Oh, your handy dandy cracker smasher.
Yeah, I always just, I always have the, I drank coffee earlier. So I just leave that sitting there, and if I need it, that's what I do.
Let's take a peek at that contraption.
Yeah,
there you go.
Very fancy.
Very fancy, yeah. Okay.
Okay, now I usually use some melted butter, but sometimes I don't want to mess with it. So I just do olive oil.
Okay, well that works, yeah.
And sometimes they even put seasoned salt in this, but this doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Now this is going to be going to the top.
Oh, that's the topping.
Casserole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I just need a measuring cup, and I'm going to get, I don't know how many cups, but I'm going to say 3, probably. But I'm going to stop right there and mix. And then I'll layer again.
You cooked your egg noodles already.
I did. They're all done dente. They are not overly cooked.
Now, what other kind of pasta could you use?
Well, I use elbow macaroni most of the time, but if I have these extra white egg noodles, I actually like them better. And I happen to have them.
Mom used to always use the elbow macaroni.
Yep.
And so that's kind of what I'm partial to, but the egg noodles are really good.
Yeah. I have egg noodles a lot. And a lot of times I buy the no yolk egg noodles. And those work just fine in it too. You just kind of have to play with it and see how many noodles. Like, see, I'm not going to use all these guys, but that's okay. Because I can use them in something else later in the week. I'm going to put just a little bit more in.
I would put a little more.
This was a whole 16-ounce bag of egg noodles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I just go ahead and cook the whole bag.
Okay.
I always do because, I can use them in something else. Just the right amount of sauce. And I don't even know how much because I've made it in this pan for this size of casserole for so long. I don't really know, but it looks a little boring to you, but in person this looks pretty good.
Well, it does, and there's some color in there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but with the peppers in there. Plus, I have been known to slip in some frozen peas.
Oh yeah, some people do put peas in it. And I have actually put carrots in it before.
Yeah.
Little pieces of carrot. Okay, guys, we're going to bake this on 350 for about 20 minutes. The reason it doesn't need to be any more than that is everything in here is already edible. It's ready to eat, right? So,
yeah.
There you go. I'm going to put it in.
Stick it in there. Okay, we'll be back.
That's good. 25 minutes.
Well, let's check those out.
And as you can see in the oven, we've got 3 little small casseroles.
Yes.
We're going to take dinner to our parents, and Steph gets one.
Let's look at this.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, it looks nice.
Oh, yeah, that looks good. Okay, let me swing around this side here. And you go ahead and get it on the plate.
Now, I'm serving it with beets.
Those are very bright.
They aren't very bright beets, but they're from, if you want to know, they're from Jamesport, the Amish community. They don't believe in bright colors.
Okay. Well,
I don't really know why they're pale, but they are.
Yeah, they are.
Pale.
Well, they probably didn't add whatever to them that makes, makes the ones from the store so bright. I know Mom's pickled beets were always what we ate with this. Oh, they were delicious.
They were delicious. So, Anya, I hope you like this recipe. I hope you try it. If anybody tries this, please get a hold of us and also put a picture of it.
Yeah, go ahead and post it if you make it.
Put a picture of it on Facebook.
Well. Oh, wow.
You're going to like it better with the egg noodles than you are the macaroni. I do. I'm going to eat a pale Amish beet. Hey, they might be pale, but they taste really good. We like beets with the casserole, just about any casserole, because it adds a little zing.
It gives a little bit of zing.
Of course, you can make green beans with this. You can make a salad. Well, rolls.
Yeah, you can have some rolls. But also remember, if you want to add some frozen veggies to this, you can. It just depends on what you like. So Anyway, this is delicious. I love it. It's creamy. It's got a lot of flavor. If I was a kid and I didn't like vegetables, I probably wouldn't even know they were in it.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it for today. Cooking times 2. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
It is good.
Yeah, keep it rolling. Ah.
Yeah, it is good.
Well, this beats that silly chicken strip I had earlier for lunch.
And my bologna